So I'm a dairy farmer in Takarangi. I'm fourth generation, and basically it got to about 5-6 years ago where I didn't want to be what the media portrayed as the dirty, rotten dairy farmer. And like Mark over here, I had just a deep feeling of not being okay with what we were doing. So we didn't really know about regen in any way, shape or form, but we decided that urea was no good, so we dropped it out. And my farm was like a heroin addict in withdrawals. And we replaced it with a product called Nitrosol, which is a fish hydrolase and seaweed molasses mix. It's got a balanced NPK and basically really worked on our lime. We then met up with all of these guys basically, and my mind got quite blown with learning about all of the soil cycles and nutrients and what the purpose of actually doing what we were doing was. And from then on we've increased our grazing rotation lengths where possible to try and get that higher pre-graze and post-graze. So last year was the first year we managed to do it, and we maintained it for about 4 months. So the girls were going into stuff that was tickling their tummies and walking out with it still knocking their knees. So that was pretty cool. That really had a boost in increasing the diversity. It gave a chance for all of the young stuff underneath the soil to actually come out and have a chance to live instead of being consistently grazed down to the bottom. So we've made a point of adding a lot more species to our pastures. We're adding plantain, chicory and clover and cocksbush and just sprinkling out anything that we can when we can. We've been using a product called Reboot, which is one of the pictures of the lovely sunflowers that you guys saw, which really boosts the soil carbon. Then we've been concentrating on our soil food web and how to balance that bacterial fungi. So we've been adding in and taking out things to our brew that we chuck out to try and get that ratio to the 1-to-1 magic goal. Purpose testing, soil testing, the soil food web have been so important to how we've been, what steps we've been taking to get there. Aeration is something that we've been trialling. I haven't done a lot yet, but that's definitely from people that we're speaking to, something that's been working for them, so we're getting into that. Doing visual soil assessments, and the main thing that's helped us on the regen pathway is networking with our fellow regen farmers. So what changes have we had? Cow health's improved. We're no longer losing cows to health issues at all. The only deaths that we've had on farm in the last 3 years have been accidents. Our mastitis is down, our milk production's up. Last year, not this year, last year was our record-breaking production year. So we're pretty proud of that. Increased overall body condition score of my cows has been something that's been incredible. So instead of having like the big ups and downs, they've been just more consistent throughout the whole season. Increased worm life, insect life. We started with 9 worms in a hole, and there were just 9 big, fat, adult, healthy worms. We went to 45 worms in the hole within 18 months. No more puddling in our paddocks because there's better infiltration because of aeration. Recovery of pastures after weather events hugely improved as a result of this, and we're slowly just starting to see an increase in our rhizo sheets and active nodules in our clover, whereas we didn't have any of those when we started this journey. The soil is visually changing, and most of all, I'm a much happier farmer. And that's all.
Cool.